know there's a question, what makes creativity? And I thought about that one. That's a really good question. For me, I think I gravitated to design, graphic design fastest about creativity. I think you're born with creativity. You just don't know it. You have to be born with it because you just can't learn it. You're at odds with the world and you want something to come out. You don't know if it's musical, writing, visual. It's there, it has to come out. I grew up in Yorktown Heights, New York. That's northern Westchester, a little bit above New York City. My family, normal, middle-class family. My father was a roofer who wanted to be an architect. And he also wanted a Corvette. He never became an architect and he never got a Corvette. Sport got me through high school, which actually, we'll get to it later, sport is still getting me through advertising. I always felt out of it. I always felt like there was something wrong here. Didn't realize until later that I had this trifecta of I was left-handed, which is not a problem. I have ADHD, which nobody knew what it was, and I was dyslexic, which nobody knew. So what happens? You always feel out of it. What is it? But you visually see things, you know? And then Time magazine, which was a very important thing every week, had an art section. And I was just drawn to it. And the only art classes I had was ceramics and some drawing, but somehow I was drawn to something about ideas, but I didn't really know it yet. I was drawn to the art classes, but then there was a social studies teacher who was also my lacrosse coach. He was a great mentor. To this day, Jim Turnbull means something to me. I needed to escape, but I wanted to go to the big city. I wanted to get out. I went to Parsons School of Design, New York, and that's my education, New York City. It was being around the city, going to MoMA, going to films, eating a slice of pizza because that's all you could afford. But you lived the city, and then I interned. It's amazing, if you put your neck out there, people will hire you. I heard that Dick Hess, and he was a very famous designer, art director, and he did a speech saying that anyone should be willing to do anything to get a job in design. And this person at Parsons said, you should call him up on it. And for 3 months, I said, you gotta hire me, you gotta hire me. He hired me. And so I was an intern at a really good design shop. Milton Glaser Design of New York City was at the high point. Sam Anapitt I worked with. Sam Anapitt did all these great jazz albums. So you just put your neck out there, and I guess I was fearless about it. I do believe that everyone should have a mentor. And I sought mentors out. So from going from Jim Turnbull for lacrosse to Dick Hess in New York City to, keep going to Hal Riney in San Francisco. I went to people who were tough, and I don't know why. I guess all right, here it goes. Everyone has to prove something to their family. I wanted to prove something to my father that I was worth something. It goes down to that. And I'm still proving it. He's been dead a long time. But it drives you. It drives you that I'm going to show him. And I went to the toughest son of a bitches that could be my bosses. I got married. The week after that, just came out to San Francisco in a Volkswagen. But I got here, and because I was saying earlier, I was fearless about calling people up. I called every designer in San Francisco. I got a job with G. Dean Smith. He did the 7 Circle for KGO. And I worked my way into Rolling Stone magazine, which I was not covering rock. I was not reading about rock and roll music. Again, I was a workaholic and I wanted to make, work on the design. But that was also another, you soak it in. So Hunter Thompson, who the hell is this guy? And then Stedman with ink flying from his pen. Wow. You got these giant illustrations. I found my way into Bozell & Jacobs. I talked myself into a 6-month trial at Bozell & Jacobs, San Francisco, because I didn't do advertising. I didn't know anything about advertising. And then went on every year and a half to another advertising agency and worked my way up and up and up. And I said, I'm going to the best. I'm going to Ogilvy and Mather, which was Hal Riney. And everyone said, you can't go there, it's scary. Oh my God, he's a mean guy. Oh my God. And that's exactly what I want. I want the toughest son of a bitch to work for. But he allowed us to use our brain every day, and it was liberating. It was liberating. I mean, to have someone who's tough And I think fair, because he was fair that if it was good, it was good. If it wasn't, he's going to tell you that. It makes you better. And the first week, I think, maybe first or second week, he said, you're going to be working with this guy, Jeff Goodby, and you're going to be doing this thing called Billy Ball.
Billy Ball. It's a different brand of baseball.
A reserve seat, please.
Right.
Oh.
And I suppose you came out here just to sit in your hands.
No.
Okay. Armis is up 3-1. Let's hear it.
Hey, go, Tony.
Come on, talk it up.
Out of the way, Tony.
Let's hear some chatter.
Way to watch him, Tony.
Come on.
This guy's got nothing, Tony. Make him pitch to you. That's not mine.
Hey.
That's a noodle. That's a...
We'll give you a tryout.
I wasn't a baseball fan. I mean, I'm a motorcycle, car, bicycle, kind of crazy person in that area. And I'd never been anyone like Jeff. I mean, he would noodle one frame of a commercial. It drove me nuts. But then, you know, you learn that, you know, God is in the details. No question, from Hal, I got detail. What it looked like. Let's have the music, the sound, the edit, the storytelling. I mean, craft and storytelling, which is, if you ask me what we're about today, I want to still believe we're about craft and storytelling. So we learned everything from him. I love editorial. And it's funny that Jeff was a journalist student and I was a design student in publication. And we founded the company more on an editorial background than we did an advertising background. That's how I approach all advertising. How does it feel in editorial? Does it feel honest? Does it feel smart? And I think Jeff Goodby and myself, we don't do one thing. We don't just study advertising, but we care about classical music. I go to plays, I go to museums, we collect art, I write stories, I'm trying to do an opera. It'll never happen. But the point of that is, do other things. So I think you have to have a real healthy understanding of what's going on in the world today. We are popular culture people.
Got milk?
We make popular culture, we riff off popular culture.
Whoa. Louie.
Frankie, eventually every frog has to croak.
That's not funny.
I laugh when I'm sad.
Yeah, I don't surf the net for the news because you don't know how deep to go with it. And so you want to learn things you're not seeking out. You know, these things come at you. After Hal Riney, we also meet this screwball guy named Andy Berlin, who's at Hal Riney, and he's a writer too. And I get a freelance account with Andy, and it was called Amazing Software. And it's like, they're gonna make games. And we started working on it, and we went, that's a stupid name. No, we can't. And I tried to name it Soft Art, and it was legally not right. So we named it Electronic Arts. And that was our first freelance account. And it got too big, and the three of us started a company. We had no plan. Electronic Arts was our first client. We kind of rose with them, and then we got KGO Radio, and we got that, and then we got the Oakland Invaders football team.
We're Oakland Invaders.
Not the kind from outer space. We play professional football all over the place. We run the ball, we pass the ball.
We're gone without a trace.
We want you to see us.
We'll save you a place.
So call us up for tickets.
Or I'll break your face.
We just did it. We didn't have any rules. We had no money. We did everything with tape and video cameras and one Xerox machine. And we said, we're just going to do it that way. But we didn't say, oh gosh, we didn't have any money. That's all we had. We just did it.
Have you ever cheated at golf?
Yes, I have.
What the heck was that? Forgot what I was gonna say.
And then we did learn this from Hal, non-actors. Okay, he was the king of it.
Once a year, the eyes of the international film community turn to the tiny town of Mill Valley, California.
Well, the first spot we did was the Mill Valley Film Festival, and all those actors were either my kids, the police at Mill Valley, the butcher in Mill Valley.
Of course, Eisenstein really wrote the book on film cutting.
It was clumsy, and Jeff's in it, I'm in it.
That's stupid, Daddy. Where's their true foe? Where's their Godard?
Rich.
And today, I could still laugh at it, because I haven't talked about this yet, but what makes great advertising, what makes great anything is timelessness. Storytelling is part of my blood and culture, and so is Jeff. And the young people coming in some cases have to learn it because they come from a different society, a different immediate, very quick little hits of things. So the story can't unfold enough. And I try to teach kids that there's an arc to any story, to a book, to a play.
Peter, come take a look at this. Mr. Daniels.
Look at this.
What's this? The numbers, they keep getting bigger and bigger.
Clicks are off the charts.
Yeah.
Yoshi, it's Walter. We're back.
Yes, sir.
I need more trees. I'll get you more trees.
Hey, take a look at wood pulp.
Everything you got on wood pulp right now.
He really loves that thing.
And we've always believed that craft in the office, we should have animators, photographers, illustrators, editors, sound engineers. We like art school, and we pay people to be in art school. At its best, that's what I believe we're doing. All I want is great work, and I so much champion crazy people, weird people. If they have great work, I love it. I love it. And I think they feel that, and I think that when someone reads me a script and I clap, it's like I can't hide my enthusiasm because that's what I want. I want to be surprised every day. So our culture is don't do what Rich does and don't do what Jeff does, but do something that they go, oh my God. It's a nurturing environment. I want to believe it's a nurturing environment. I believe that anybody who can have a good idea, it's going to win. We wanted to create a culture where it was fun to be at.
Name something that annoys Rich. Brian.
Slowness.
Good answer, yes. Survey says.
This is too easy.
Jeff.
Come on, Jeff.
Name something that annoys Rich.
Dogs. Rich hates dogs. That's fucking man's best friend, and he hates them.
Show me dogs.
We have fathered so many talented people who have come through here and started their own company or have done well other places. And I'm really proud. And I made this infographic of everyone who's moved around. And it's quite remarkable. And I think that goes to who do we hire? How do we look at who we should hire? Do we like that person? Is that person talented? We're pretty good at it. I think through the years, we've done interesting work for such a range of clients. So we were never lucky enough, maybe not good enough, to have a Nike or an Apple. We never had the big one. We had little companies we made a lot out of. Royal Viking Cruise, okay? I did design the print ads. That was to the nth degree of design. The borders had words in them and everything was crafted. So I was proud of that. I was proud of the details of Royal Viking. I really loved what we did for Porsche. Even Isuzu was we had a good time with Isuzu. I loved working on Polaroid.
Very bad dog. Bad dog.
I did a really good run with Hewlett Packard.
HP Digital Photography. Click, print, invent.
We were pitching milk. Jeff wrote the stupidest, clumsy line. Said, how about got milk? And I went, oh, that's pretty stupid.
Hello, for $10,000, who Excuse me?
But the idea was great. You know, I've always had specialized bicycles.
It's going to be a big day. It's going to be a monumental day. She wants to do something special.
And there is the chase. It's not a done deal just yet.
It's all a question of survival now.
And Tom Cronin has stopped him before and may be doing it again. He's racing to win.
He is riding like a man possessed. He's taken the race by the horns here this afternoon, writing his name into the history books with a performance like this.
I feel proud about working on everything every day if it's a good idea. I'm more proud of what we built and our legacy and that we're still relevant and we're still around. And I've had people raise families here. And we're an institution of a business that is thriving in San Francisco. And I'm most proud of that. I know it's not about one job. It's not about one work. It's about what we've achieved. Well, I believe that we should give something back as citizens of the world. You know, we'll do anything to help society. We're always doing pro bono work and good causes. A lot of that is doing good, giving back to people. I said there's three things you have to balance, and you have to really care about your work. You really have to care about your family, and you have to care about sport. And that's how I believe it. And you juggle those three things. So with the family, it's real. And then when you have children, you grow them up, you actually use them in your work because you observe things. But sport, it kind of grounds you mentally. And every day, I come up with an idea on the bike. And every day I wash it away going home. A beautiful day on a bicycle is about as perfect as it comes. The only other thing I can say is my wife, Carla, made me a better person. I'm a very lucky man.